Hey everybody, I am so happy to finally be back here on Carolina's Photography's podcast. It has been over 2 or so years, and this is supposed to be like the 10th year I've ever done the Carolina's Photography podcast, so this year couldn't slip by, and I've got way more stuff to talk about here on the Carolina's Photography podcast. The difference is I'm always solo in the Carolina's Photography podcast. In the Jaeger Shots one, I like to have a guest. That's not always how it goes. Nothing's ever set in stone. But generally, I sit here and just kind of spit off the top of my head about whatever is going on. Always photo related here, always clean. It doesn't have the parental advisories, and you can download this show. If you're listening to this, I assume you have downloaded this show, or you're watching on YouTube. You can get this show wherever the podcast catchers catch it from out the sky. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining me. These are super quick micro episodes, just me babbling on, but there is a topic today. One thing I like to do is come up with something that's going on, and if I got some insight, I'll share it, absolutely. And if there's like a good fits for it, I will definitely pass that information along to you. Hopefully you can take it and do something with it, whatever you want, or take it and store it, and you'll be able to pull up this info later on. Today is relevant because I just had my MacBook Pro from mid-2010 pass away, but I've got another one, and that brought up the thing, which is still a thing, PC or Mac. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit surprised this is still a question, but I've kind of been involved with these things for work for so long now that I can forget. I'm in the quote unquote bubble. I'm in the tech bubble where working with these things is not really a question. For us who haven't been dealing with them all that much, this is still actually a question. So while I'm surprised, I really, at the same time, talking on both sides of my mouth, am not if you haven't had a chance to really dive deep into these things. Now, PCs and Macs. The question PC or Mac, not really a question. Either or will get the job done. And you can throw tablets in there now at this rate as well. I kind of like the Galaxies more than the OS operating system to use on tablets, but completely different podcasts, I think, but they are related. Okay, so for me, my MacBook died. I went with a newer MacBook. I love the OS for desktop that Apple has. The closed architecture is really your thing. Now, if you're never really going to get into upgrading computers, you can definitely get by with the Mac. If price is a problem, or maybe I shouldn't say problem. No, I won't say the word problem. Macs are overpriced, and you can't customize them like you want to customize them. So why use them? Because they do function really, really well, and it is a smooth experience. Me personally, I always wanted one, and when I had opportunity to get one, I jumped on it. This is my third one now, but having a computer works for the most part since 2010. I think I got a pretty good bit of use out of the one that passed away. And I'm also using just a baseline computer. It's not even nowhere near their top high-end computer. So you can get away with a 2017 MacBook Pro in 2019 and do your photo and video editing on there just like I do, if that is what you so choose to do. Now, gaming, different kind of thing. I am speaking of PC and Mac from a photography video type standpoint. What you want to look for, if you can, or threads, or the CPU to have cores, which is then like the threads. And I'm not really a computer person, but I think the cores come first and then the threads. Basically anything dual core and up. Dual core and up, you're rolling, okay? Long story short, cores can go up to like 9, 8, 10, whatever those things. I think they're always even numbers. So cores from AMD, really processors. See how complicated this starts getting. This is why that closed architecture is maybe not that bad if you want to use a Mac. Now on PC, you have got the option to get a PC that just grows with you, generally a desktop, and laptops nowadays too can be upgradable and customizable. So you'll want a nice processor that can multitask. That's something that you're going to need for photos and video, especially video. So then the answer goes back to what I've already said. It kinda just depends on what your preference is. I also cheated here where I use both from time to time. I am definitely not fluent on the Windows like I am the Apple Mac operating system, but I gets down with them both. It can be anything from simple as a quick photo edit. It could be just send an email. I do not despise either one. Therefore, I come down on the side of please just get the one that's right for you. If you got any questions about what to look for in a MacBook Pro, I can definitely help that. I've got a video on Carolina's Photography's YouTube channel right now about that, and on Instagram as well on IGTV, talking about what I want for 2017 MacBook Pro. And you can just check out and subscribe to our other things where I'm always constantly tweeting and chatting about whatever is going on, camera related, photo related, and sometimes not. I get off topic. I don't just want to throw picture stuff up you all the time, because I don't think that's what I'm always doing, even though that's mainly what I'm doing. It's not always that. Like me and my dog Renegade here, if you can hear him snoring beside me, we just made a nice macaroni for the evening. So that is it. PC or Mac, really? Both get the job done. I want to stress to everyone, if I ever do a teaching course, which I sort of kind of am online, visit our shot caller page on Facebook. But I tell you all the time, it's not the gear, baby. It is the user, okay? I am not even using the most up-to-date gear. I am recording this in my bedroom right now. So it doesn't have to be the fanciest or schmanciest. The stuff is cool, is neat, is nice, but really the skill is what comes down to it. And as far as getting your camera game up to snuff, remember, you're just trying to get it up to snuff to be able to work the gear, make the gear do what you want it to do. All right. So the end product's going to be art, and that bad boy gets subjective, or maybe objective. I mix those up. Subjective is the one where people just interpret it their own way, right? I'm a podcaster, not a dictionary. All right. So, thank you for listening to this episode of the Carolina's Photography Podcast. I will return next week with another quick topic, keeping it all short and to the point. Remember to subscribe to get more from Carolina's Photography here on your favorite podcast catcher. Bye, y'all.